petition into existence.
We're beyond existence, man.
Alright. Okay, so, I think it's time for us to move on to a different aphorism.
Yeah, that one's good.
That was a very hearty discussion.
Right. Let's ask everybody in the crowd, how do I kill the next people? Like,
Yeah, does anybody have any recommendations for a murder? Let's take a break. Let's take a break from Nietzsche momentarily, just for
sniper
crowd
rifle?
suggestions.
You know, should I kill him with a wrench?
Wrench? Wrench is non-lethal melee.
Right, but I can just snap their necks. That's always
Lethal throw. You should have brought the shuriken.
There's a delay, so you have to wait for them to respond.
Do we have viewers?
Yeah, we have 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But there are 3 people watching the stream, and one of them is me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Paul, who has spoken, although Paul, you've been kind of quiet tonight, buddy.
Paul with the thoughtful commentary needs to come back.
Yeah. Paul, who knew a shit ton about psychology.
Yeah. Nietzsche was a psychologist at heart. 4 comments.
Paul wishes you had explosives.
You know, I think that's a fair wish.
You can go find a fire extinguisher in the basement.
Yeah, but that's a fire extinguisher, not a fire...
But no, you can shoot it and it explodes.
Hello, legendary edgy butterfly.
What?
That's someone's user.
We have a new viewer.
Nice.
Oh, hi. What's her? Legendary
edgy butterfly.
edgy butterfly.
Alright.
Without context, that was a very confusing sentence.
Now, we're going to continue with more Nietzsche. Aphorism 220. In view of the modern popularity of praise of the disinterested, we should bring to consciousness, perhaps not without some danger, what it is that elicits the people's interest, and what are the things about which the common man is deeply and profoundly concerned, including the educated, even the scholars, and unless all appearances deceive, perhaps even the philosophers, then the fact emerges that the vast majority of the things that interest and attract choosier and more refined tastes and every higher nature seem to the average man totally uninteresting. And when he nevertheless notices a devotion to such matters, he calls it désintérêt. And wonder, I don't speak a fucking word of French, so I'm going to butcher all of the French in this.
Oh, body found. Would you imagine that?
And wonder how it is possible to act without interest. There have been philosophers who have known to lend to this popular wonder a seductive and mystical transcendental expression, perhaps because they did not know the higher nature from experience. Instead of positing the naked truth, which is surely not hard to come by, that the disinterested action is an exceedingly interesting and interested action, assuming. And love? What? Even an action done from love is supposed to be unegoistic? But you dolts! And the praise of sacrifices. But anyone who has really made sacrifices knows that he wanted and got something in return, perhaps something of himself in return for something of himself, that he gave up here in order to have more there, perhaps in order to be more or at least to feel that he was more. But this is a realm of questions and answers in which a choosier spirit does not like to dwell. Even now, truth finds it necessary to stifle her yawns, when she is expected to give answers. In the end, she is a woman. She should not be violated.
That was quite the ending. No.
Yeah, I don't know why Nietzsche decided to get kind of rapey there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, while Nietzsche wasn't an anti-Semite, he definitely was probably sexist.
Oh, without question. And also into some weird sex stuff.
Well, that's also probably true.
He had like a whip fetish.
Did he?
Isn't there that famous photo of him holding a whip, or his lover holding a whip?
Oh no, see that's like an inside joke. Among him and those other people. I forget the exact context, but when I learned about it, it became much less interesting.
Okay.
So Nietzsche did not have a whip fetish.
I don't think so.
Oh, I mean, I have now passed false Nietzsche information onto the internet and feel really bad.
Well, even though that picture isn't legit, he could still have a whip fetish.
Oh, that picture's not real?
I mean, it's real, but it doesn't imply that he has a whip fetish.
Oh, I see.
You
It's
see what I mean?
posed, you mean? I mean, well, I think all pictures would be posed, but that is particularly artificial.
Yeah.
I see.
I forget the exact context, though. But yeah. Yeah, so what the heck is Nietzsche saying there?
Yeah.
Well, the second half, I think, is... So, the first half is half elitism, and the other half is murky, but The second half is a lot about what we might call psychological egoism, and this is the view in philosophy that really everything is self-interested, that you can't take an altruistic action in the truest sense of that word, because no matter how altruistic something looks on the outside, you really get benefit for it. So look, take like the most possible altruistic action, like you jump on a grenade to save your fellow soldiers, right? Really, the idea is that you still get something out of that. You get the fame and notoriety that comes with being such a person to save these people's lives, and the rest of their life they're going to think of you in high regard, right? And you might think that that's absurd, but Nietzsche isn't necessarily supporting that full stop, but is saying that, look, like, a lot of the thing, you're done.
Shit.
I love how just every now and then, this really deep discussion of Nietzsche gets distracted because of the game. Because half the time I forget that Leon is playing. The Trot.
Leon the Trot.
Leon the Trot.
Huh, I wonder what that's a reference to.
I have no idea. We're not making any specific political jokes. We would never do such a thing.
Like he's a basketball player, right? A globetrot.
Leon the Globetrot.
Right.
Alright, so back to Nietzsche.
Yeah. So like Nietzsche's like, look, love. Like, love is supposed to be the altruistic act, right? It's supposed to be nothing self-interested about falling in love with someone. But Nietzsche's like, that's absurd. Like, of course you get something out of being in love with other people. Otherwise you wouldn't do it.
Right. I mean, because love stinks.
Well, it's not that it stinks, but that it's, like, fun. And, like, enjoyable.
And dangerous.
Well, look, like, you get something out of it. Like, if you didn't get something out of it, would you do it?
No, of course not.
Nietzsche's like, yeah, of course we get something out of it. And these reflections are supposed to sort of entail us being more honest with ourselves about our motives, right? Nietzsche thinks that, like, to say something is self-interested isn't necessarily to say it's bad. What are you laughing at?
Just what we're doing?
To say that something is self-interested isn't to say that it's bad. Also, the universe is absurd, and at any time, even on a street corner, the absurd can slap you in the face. Oh, come on.
Don't miss. There you go.
There we go.
That was a clutch shot, by the way.
The last was a Camus quote, our patron saint.
Shit.
Yeah, we don't just talk Nietzsche here. There's also some Camus. If we read Fathers and or Fatherlands and what Peoples and Fatherlands, there's gonna be some Schopenhauer and Hegel.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So we have diversified our bonds, if you will.
A very diverse group of people here right now.
No.
It's kind of weird.